Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, good morning from God's Not Dead Central. We have no office right now in the U.S. My office is all tore up. I got stuff on the floor. Oh, it's just such a mess. Moving internationally is no joke. I'm telling you, it's no joke. And dealing with business affairs overseas, it's no joke either. So for some of you, most of you that are watching and have been following us, we submitted documentation to the UK. We actually hired somebody online to help us do the documentation for our nonprofit, God's Not Dead Ministries UK, so that we can operate in the confines of the United Kingdom, in Scotland specifically right now, right? And so there was a misread. We were originally told by a solicitor and an attorney, and I think in this case, I don't think it was an attorney, I think it was a paralegal there, which I think is keen to an attorney here. So anyways, we were told that if we filed under the United Kingdom in England and Wales, that Scotland would automatically basically be covered. Well, turns out that's not true. Who knew? So yesterday I got a denial letter. Yesterday was just a really rough day, by the way. I would ask you guys to be praying for Paul Abbott. He was me and Murphy's trainer when Murphy was being trained for service tasks and behavior. And I couldn't ask for a better guy to help me with that. He was so understanding, so patient, and he very rarely ever had to use the electrical collar. You can tell I don't have any marks. Anyways, but seriously, he was a phenomenal trainer, and I have a phenomenal service dog because of Paul Abbott. But he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and they gave him weeks, if that. And he's not a believer, and although we did have a chance to witness to him some, so I'd ask that you pray for him. And then also Pastor Patrick in Edinburgh, who was stabbed wearing a shirt that we sent him, is in surgery actually he might be out of surgery now. So I'll be texting his sister to see if how he did and if he's okay. But yeah, there's just a lot going on, man. It was a tough day. I got news after news after news yesterday, and then to make things worse, I had a massive migraine, and then I got this email from the UK saying, yeah, we've rejected your application. And it was interesting. It was like 8 pages long. The application's like 6 pages, maybe 12 pages long, something like that. But it's only that way because of their own phrasing. If you were to bring it all down, it's like 3 pages. Well, the letter of refusal was like 12 pages long. And there are they're all little things in the grand scheme of things. And it's a learning curve on culture, verbiage, legality, all of that. So I'm in the middle of talking to somebody right now and making it happen. But I just want to say that, this whole thing is been very interesting and very fun. We're leaving for Scotland on Sunday, and man, there are so many things left to do. Like I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Just the house alone, there are literally probably 1,000 things that need to be done before we move or put the house up for sale. There are things that got to be done. We're not even done support raising. We're at 53%, 54%. And, but now, fine, we're at 54% in pledges, but now we're only collecting about 85%. There are a few people that are waiting until we actually get to Scotland, which is fine. It would just be nice to know that everything's working and that they are on track, blah, blah, blah. So, anyways, we were told that this was going to be an uphill battle from minute one. In fact, I had a girl at the Highland Council I want to be careful here because being a Christian in Scotland is not really super cool. It's kind of frowned upon in a lot of areas. I know in Glasgow there's a huge movement going on. I want to give a huge shout out to Pastor Dave Brackenridge of Church Home down there, and he's killing it. Him and his congregation, him and his posse, they're doing phenomenal work in Glasgow and Mallaig and places like that. And so I would ask that you just keep praying for them. I'm trying to think. But anyways, so uphill battle, and we got to a point where it was like, okay, no problem. We got it all documented. Well, basically what England did was they sent it back going like, yeah, we're not going to let you do that. And if you want to be what they call SCIO, which is a Scottish charitable institution organization, then you have to go file with OSAR. So that's what we're in the middle of now. So thank God that the filings are free, because it would be super irritating if we had to file money every time we did it. So we're getting that done now. Thank you to ChatGPT and some attorneys that I've met overseas. Basically, I use ChatGPT. I go through the document, I do the research, make sure that it's worded properly, go back in and do more research, look for examples, copy and paste, do whatever we got to do to make it work. And then I send it to an attorney or a solicitor or a barrister. They look at it and then they come back and go like, submit it, whatever. So that's that. But as we leave for Scotland, there's a couple things I'd like to say. Is one, would you please be praying over a home? We have our son staying here with our dogs while we're gone. I would ask that you pray for protection over them while we're overseas. We're only going to be gone for a week, a little bit over a week. But we're looking for a place to live. And, you know, our friend Krista had said that it's really difficult to find a place over there unless you buy. She wasn't joking. Places go so fast, especially if it's close to the city center, at a decent price. The closer you are to the city center, you might get up a small apartment, but now you only have to walk so far, usually to your job or to resources that are readily available. So that is proving to be a challenge. We're hoping to go buy, but we realize that for the first 3 to 6 months, we may have to rent something until we get there. So anyways, there is that. I was also going to tell you guys something else. I don't know what it was. But I think that overall, things are going pretty well. Those are just the things that we would need to pay for. A lot of you are supporters already, and we thank you so much. Like, we literally could not do what we're doing if it wasn't for you. I'd be working somewhere. I would not be able to spend the amount of time that is actually required. I'm finding out. I got to be honest. I truthfully thought like this would be not a vacation, but it'd be a little bit more kickback than I thought it would be, and it's not. It is very, very in-depth and very, very time-consuming. Each one of these documents takes 2 to 3 hours to go through and write it. And because here's what we don't want to do. We don't want to go to Scotland, and then we don't want to be able to do ministry because our document doesn't cover what we're doing. That's actually part of the resistance that they're having is we put in there that we're a faith-based organization. And they didn't word it in a way that they're rejecting it because of that, but they hinted at good luck. So we're going to keep submitting it until we get the verbiage right. And maybe the squeaky wheel will just get it done, and the person that is reviewing all these finally just has, this guy's got heart, let's just do it. So also there's no headache today. Thank you again for all those that were praying. Like I said, yesterday was just a killer day. It really kicked my butt. With that being said, after 8 minutes, just thank you so much for watching the update. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover with you guys. I don't think so. I think that that's kind of where we're at. And again, wouldn't be possible without you. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Newsletters. Everybody should have got your newsletter. If you didn't get your newsletter, drop a comment or go to www.godsnotdead.org. Or you can go to www.godsnotdead.co.uk and you can go to our contact page and fill out. At the very bottom, there's a place down there where you can do that. We're going to be adding a pop-up to our homepage fairly quick that says sign up for our newsletter. In fact, that might be something I get done today, and we'll go from there. Again, thank you guys so much. Love you. Talk to you later.